Good evening and thanks for joining us. First tonight, the other side of the speed debate, and this time it's drivers going too slow. It is against the law and it drives other road users mad. And in most countries, slow drivers are booked, but not here, at least not often. But as David Eccleston reports, the call is going out to change the rules and make the slow coaches pay.
Of all the stupid, selfish things people do behind the wheel, there's one that drives us to do things and take risks to boiling point.
Slow drivers are inconsiderate, infuriating, unsafe, irresponsible. They're a catalyst for road rage.
They think they own the road. Speed limit says 110, they do 80. A total disregard for other motorists and traffic flow. If you're in a rush, they have a knack of tracking you down.
If someone is driving too slowly, again, it can create this area of chaos immediately around them.
A recent Choice survey found slow driving and tailgating topped the list for the most annoying things for road users. And it's the same rant fest all over the world.
Now this road is 60 miles an hour. We are currently doing 10.
This asshole in front of me is going way too slow.
In the UK, it's illegal to drive too slow. A 75-year-old pensioner booked for holding up traffic driving at walking pace. While in America, most states make it against the law to drive under the speed limit, as this lady found out.
They're just out to get anybody.
Fined for doing 10 kilometres under.
The citation says she violated the statute for minimum speed. Now she has to pay a $70 fine.
In Australia, you can be fined $201 and 2 demerit points for being a traffic flow nuisance, and $258 and 3 demerit points by being a right-lane hogger and not moving over to the left on a freeway. But it rarely plays out. That will dramatically change if 2 leading Australian driving experts get their way. They say go slow, get booked. It's not about revenue raising, it's about improving traffic flow.
Well, the problem is that you can create a mobile bottleneck.
Russell White has more than 20 years driver training experience and he's the boss of driversafety.com.au. And motoring engineer for the same period, John Cadogan, has studied driver behaviour all over the world.
You have a look at the type of chicane we are right now. It's unsafe.
And you're saying if I'm in the middle lane or in the right lane, doing this speed, flat out dangerous.
The safest way to drive on a freeway is at the same speed as every other car, because then no one's jockeying for position, no one's frustrated.
On major freeways, John Cadogan believes drop 30 kilometres under the signed speed and you should get a ticket. But that creates a problem for L-platers and P-platers who have restrictions of 80 kilometre speed limits. Our experts agree a major shake-up is needed. Make all drivers do the same speed.
Learners and P-platers have speed restrictions on freeways. They're ridiculous. They're out of step with reality. It's not that hard to drive at 100 k's an hour, and when you get your licence, you have to fit in.
There'll be a mountain of people saying, John, you've got this wrong. I don't want an L-plater doing 100 on a freeway.
L-platers are the safest drivers on the road statistically. They've got a licensed driver sitting next to them. Tell me that you can't sit here with your L-plates on at 100 k's an hour. It's as safe as houses.
Yeah, but these people are inexperienced.
We need to train our L-platers and our P-platers. We need to get them skilled up. There's no other occupation in life where you're that restricted for so long. There's none.
Look, my view on that is yes. I think it potentially creates a whole stack of problems, not just for the cars around them, but also for the P-plater or the L-plater themselves. You do need to have a level of consistency, and in my opinion, if they're trained properly, there should be no reason why they can't be operating at those sorts of highway speeds.
If you're frustrated by a slower driver in front and you make a bad decision, all of a sudden it can be the worst day of your life.
Well, one thing that isn't slowing down is the number of takeaway burgers